Good morning class 11 students. As you know, we are doing trigonometry, and in trigonometry I have already told you in the last video that we have to take a unit circle. Okay, unit circle is a circle whose radius is 1 unit. So the advantage of taking a unit circle is when you write L is equal to r theta, r is equal to 1, then L is equal to theta. So the distance travelled on the circumference becomes exactly equal to the angle in radian. That is the advantage. Now the another advantage of unit circle is the radius is always 1 unit. So I am giving you the new definition of sin theta and cos theta as if you take any point on the unit circle, take any point on the unit circle, this is the point P on the unit circle, then the x coordinate of that point will be cos theta and the y coordinate will be sin theta. This you have to understand, okay? The x coordinate will be cos theta and y coordinate will be sin theta. Now the distance of O and P is OP, and that is equal to what? X. You see from distance formula, the coordinates of origin are 0, 0, and the coordinates of P is x, y. So the distance of OP is x minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square, and that is equal to x square plus y square is equal to 1. But I am defining new definition of, remember, don't worry about triangles now. We are talking about correct definition of trigonometry, and that is a unit circle, not the triangle that you have studied in class 10. That is not going to help you here. So this is a new definition. X is equal to cos theta and y is equal to sin theta. In a unit circle, if you take any point, that will be x and y coordinates, right? And the first coordinate abscissa will be your cosine theta, and the y coordinate will be your sin theta. Now we have just proved x square plus y square is equal to 1 unit. But what is x? X is cos square theta and y is sin square theta. So we just get cos square theta plus sin square theta is equal to 1. Remember, that is a very important identity in trigonometry. Now we will look at the sign convention. Now the importance of taking theta in this manner is theta can go, and theta is a real number as I defined in the previous videos. So theta becomes a real number. So theta can take any value from 0 to infinity or minus infinity to 0. That is minus infinity to infinity. Theta can take any value. Theta is a real number here. Theta is a real number. Okay, it is not defined from 0 to 90. In 10th class we have studied that theta is taking range from 0 to 90, but here theta is a real number, right? So this you have to understand. And how various, so what is going to happen according to this theta, you can see that this P point can go in any quadrant of this x and y coordinate. So this is your first quadrant. Suppose P comes here, second quadrant, I write P1 for first quadrant, P2 for second quadrant, P3 for third quadrant, P4 for fourth quadrant. Now suppose the point is in first quadrant, then what is going to happen? I have defined the x coordinate to be cos theta and y coordinate as sin theta. So in first quadrant, cos theta and sin theta will both be positive. So now we are coming on to the sign convention of cos theta and sin theta and other trigonometry. So let me first define what is tan theta here now, not 10th class definition, but it is very much now similar to 10th class. Okay. Now tan theta we are defining as x upon y, that is cos theta upon sin theta. Cot theta, cotangent theta, that is y upon x. Okay. And sec theta is 1 upon x, and cosec theta is 1 upon y. So these are all the trigonometric ratios. Now let us look at the sign. What happens when theta comes in first quadrant, when theta comes in second quadrant, when theta comes in third quadrant, when theta comes in fourth quadrant. So what is the meaning of theta comes in first quadrant? That is, the angle, if you write in degrees, it lies between 0 to 90. So if the angle is between 0 to 90, what will happen to the sign convention of, so this table you have to understand. Okay, when theta comes between 0 to 90, So what will happen to the sign convention? So I will write here sign convention. Okay, when first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Right? So this is our cos theta and this is our sin theta. So obviously in first quadrant for P1, cosine is also positive, sin theta is also positive. In second quadrant, the x coordinate, okay, cosine is your x coordinate and sin is your y coordinate. Second, you can see that second cos is negative, x is negative and y is positive. This is negative, this is positive. Third quadrant, both the coordinates are negative. This is negative, this is negative. Fourth quadrant, cos theta is positive, sin theta is negative. Cos theta is positive, sin theta is negative. Similarly, you can talk about tan theta. Just divide them, plus plus. This is plus in the first quadrant, minus plus minus, minus minus plus. So tan theta is positive in third quadrant. Plus minus minus. So tan theta is plus minus plus minus. Similarly, cot theta will be same, plus minus plus minus. Okay, and you will have two others, and that is sec theta will work just like cos theta, and sin cosec theta will work just like sin theta. Okay, so this is the sign convention. You have to understand and then learn it. Now, once you know the sign convention, there are certain identities. Now these trigonometric functions are known as circular function also, because they will repeat after 2 pi, that is 360 degree. They will repeat. Okay. Another thing that you have to understand is, whenever we will talk about first quadrant will be in degrees 0 to 90, otherwise it is 0 to pi by 2. Second quadrant, it is pi by 2 to this is pi. Okay. Third quadrant will be your pi to 3 pi by 2. Fourth quadrant will be your 3 pi by 2 to 2 pi. Right? And the trigonometric functions, so these are all I am writing closed bracket. We will talk about open and closed bracket later on. But right now, these are quadrant and these are the angles in radians. You have to understand that. Start thinking in terms of radians now, because degrees is okay, fine. We should know both the terms, in degrees also and radians also. So now let us look at what are the different identities. Trigonometric functions are also called trigonometric circular functions. Trigonometric functions are also called circular functions because they repeat after 2 pi. So I can write cosine of 2 and 2 pi plus theta is same as cos theta. Okay? Or I can also write cos of 2 and pi. Now 2 n is at any integer, negative or positive, because if you take positive rounds also or negative rounds also, it will again be a circle and the values will repeat. So one circle, and if you take another round and you come back to the same place, the value of cos theta and sin theta will be exactly the same. So 2 and pi plus theta is cos theta. Similarly, we can write this 2 and pi plus theta for every trigonometric function. So even sin theta also I can write 2 and pi plus theta is equal to sin theta. There are some other added advantage, like what is sine of minus theta? Sine of minus theta means you come in the fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant because you go downward in the clockwise direction. So in clockwise direction, angle is negative. So what is sine of minus theta? In fourth quadrant, sin theta is negative. So I can write minus sin theta. So this is a very important identity. Sine of minus theta is minus sin theta. Now what is cosine of minus theta? Now cosine of minus theta, as you can see from here, again this minus theta. But in fourth quadrant, cosine is positive. So cos of minus theta is equal to cos of theta. So this is a very important identity. Tan, cos and sec. Sec of minus theta is also sec of theta. All other will be negative. Tan of minus theta will be minus tan theta. tan of minus theta will be minus tan theta. Sec is already positive, cosec will also be negative. So this you have to understand about the negative angle. Okay. Now there are many more identities related to them. So we will have to look at the domain and range. In this video I am talking about the domain. Domain means what are the values theta can take for a particular function. So let us look at cosine function. Right? Cosine function, as you can see, this p cos theta, x coordinate is the x coordinate, the value of x coordinate, the maximum value is 1, the minimum value is minus 1. So cosine theta will lie between minus 1 to 1, as you can see here. So that is the range of cosine theta. But the theta can take any value. So that is the domain of cos theta. So the domain of cos theta is all real numbers, because I have already told you theta is the real number. And the range of cos theta will be from minus 1 to 1. Close bracket. Close bracket means, this kind of bracket means all the real numbers between minus 1 and 1 are allowed. Not just minus 1 and 1, but all the real numbers between minus 1 and 1 are allowed. Similarly, for sin theta, we can write domain is R for sin theta, that is minus 1 to less sin theta, and the range, as you can see from here, the range is the same as cos theta. So range is, because see, sin theta the values are minus 1 to 1 from here to here. This is your y coordinate and this is your x coordinate. This is your y axis and this is your x axis. So range here is minus 1 to 1. So we will study the ranges of cosine and sine functions and other non-trigonometric functions in the next class. So see you in the next video.